Hello guildies, and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on my Minecraft server. I am back at the pumpkin farm, and I've completed the pumpkin. Last time we did a time-lapse of that construction, and the time between then and now I was thinking about how I might put a jack-o'-lantern face on it, but looking at the way... I tried some dirt mock-ups to see how it might look, and none of the angles looked quite right for me. So it's something I'm going to think about and ponder a little bit, but I needed to do something. I couldn't just sit here and think about it the whole time and not get something done. So what I've decided to do is, since I've got this is all the manual farming, I've decided to put the automatic farm inside this pumpkin. That was the whole reason for creating the pumpkin, to build it up. So into the pumpkin we're going to go, and we're going to build a farm in here. Yeah, it's awfully dark up at the top. Let me go ahead and get rid of some of these things here. This guy doesn't need to be here anymore. Now, I was going to use my interval pulse timer, random interval pulse timer for this, but I got to thinking that the way that this room is set up, it would probably be best if I just had a standard hopper-dropper clock, or rather a hopper clock, and just have it kind of beat out into 4 different directions and have 4 different stacks of automatic pumpkin farms going. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got all the things I need here to get that done. I'm going to go ahead and stick it right here in the middle, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that should give me a nice little run up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So this is the dead center right here. It's going to be a little off center, but that's okay. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and get this together. So yeah, let's do it here. And let's do it in this fashion. These guys I don't need right now. This guy I will need. This guy I will need. That guy I'll need in a second. That guy I'll need in a second. So let me bring that down. And we're going to use some sticks. Okay, so this is a pretty straightforward design. If you haven't seen one of these before, you just have a couple of hoppers running into each other. Boom, boom. And then you can have comparators coming out. Whoops. And put one there, and we'll put one there, so that when something comes out of it, it'll actually feed into a block. And I should make this a acacia wood block. Let me go do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so that was done real fast. Just put that there. That'll power into both of those, and they're going to need some redstone, but let me go ahead and do this. We'll use dirt for now, because dirt's a very simple thing to use. Then we get these sticking pistons, one there and one there, and we put this redstone block between the two. Boom, there's that. And we'll get rid of this guy, and we'll get rid of this guy, and we'll put some redstone in. And boom, just like that, that's all you need to make a hopper clock. All I got to do now is put some items in there, and we're going to go ahead and put 64 sticks in, and that's what that does. So you put in the sticks, and the sticks start feeding into the other hopper. Now, this hopper has a redstone source on it, so it will not let anything come out of it. As you can see, things are going into it from this hopper into that hopper. Now, because something's in this hopper, this comparator registers it, sends out this pulse, which charges up this block. I put that red zone dust there so that this guy will fire off, boom, when this is not pushing against it. So what you have is every 64 ticks of a drop there, it'll push back and forth, and that'll create a pulse. Okay, so that's what that is. Now, on this side, let me go ahead and, whoops, wrong button. Get this guy up for now, and this guy up for now. Let's bring these guys down. So on this side, I'm going to have a block here, and on this side, I'm going to have a block here, and that's what that's going to look like. And they're going to have lines coming out that'll go off into each particular direction. When this block comes back, it'll come back there. Now, in order to make this function very well, I need to put a hopper timer, and that's going to happen now. Let me go ahead and get this up and that down. Actually put this up because I won't need that for a bit. Where'd it go? There's that guy. So boom. Whoops, wrong way. Get up in here. Boom, there's that. And put it up over here. Where did I put it on that one? Right there. Boom. Boom. There. There. And now I need a couple of redstone repeaters coming out. Boom. So these will send out, these are monostable circuits that I've just created. When did I, oh, it's not a sticky piston. I'm going to have to fix that. Give me a minute to fix that. But what happens is this will set out a pulse. That's going to happen over here too. The second this charges, before this piston pushes up the block, it'll power up that block, which will make this kind of tick for half a second or however long this pulse lasts, and that'll send out a pulse. And that'll be the pulse that'll drive up. I'll run a line out to somewhere and drive it up into the stacks of pumpkin farms. But first, I got to change these into sticky pistons. So I'll be right back for that. Okay, so we're back, and I'm replacing these regular pistons with sticky pistons. Boom. Whoops. Dang it. Happened again. All right. There we go. So now these should work perfectly. We'll just wait a couple seconds. That guy will tick away. Won't you? There we go. So now it's working. So it sends out a pulse, which is exactly what we need it to do. Do I want them both going in that direction? I guess one will go up through here, and then one will go up through there. So I'll have two going that way, but don't I want them... Can I do it in both directions? Yeah, I think I can. In fact, I'm certain I can. What was that? So we'll send one that direction and one back that direction. Uh-oh, I hear a troublemaker out there. So then there'll be one going up this way and one that could be right here, actually, and probably going straight up this way. But we'll have to deal with that when we deal with that. But right now, I want to kind of make a platform, and that is going to be at this level. So from here in, we're going to have a floor. So let me go ahead and make the floor. And oh, that son of a biscuit, he stole one of my pumpkin blocks. Would you look at that? Oh my gosh. Ender. Anyways. Alright, I'm going to make the floor, and I'm going to replace that block, and I'll be right back. Alright, guildies, welcome back. I went ahead and did a couple things, and wow, I just noticed that. I'm going to have to take care of that right there. Oh, I got to put a pumpkin on top of that door. Anyways, I've finished doing the floor. As you can see, I went to half slabs, and go on down there real fast and take a look around. Let me go ahead and get back into first person. There you go. I came down here, and I've got it all set up, and I like the floor. I need to make sure my lighting is better. I'm going to come back and do that, but that's going to go in after the redstone wiring and getting everything done. And speaking of getting everything done, I've gone ahead and used some dirt as a template of where I'm going to put my stacks. The pumpkin growing area is only the 3x3, but the actual automation in redstone takes up the 5x5. So I was trying out a couple things. As you can see, that one and that one aren't exactly the same, that guy and that guy, because initially I put this and that back one just to see how it lined up, and I actually think I like this better. I think I'm going to have it a little bit tighter. So this is where this is going to be. I'm going to elevate it once more so that all of the collection is on this level. So this level, where this block is, for example, will be the... what's the word I'm looking for? Hoppers. So hoppers will go into double chest, double chest, double chest. And then this way, the water will come out, the stream will come out 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then terminate. So they'll both kind of finish up right here once I'm done moving this one. And this will be a path, and I think over here will be the trap door to actually get down. This is just temporary. So what I'll end up having is a series of chests here, a series of chests here. This area will be empty in the middle. Maybe I'll do some decoratives here, and then series of chests in the back as well as the trap door. But yeah, it's always a good idea to kind of put some dirt down and see where things are going to look like volumetrically before you actually get to work. Oh, also I've cleared out all of the dirt and cobblestone that was up there except for one that kind of gives a little bit of light. I had a creeper show up, but I had him follow me out the door and took care of him out there, so all is well that ends well. I am going to now take the next couple steps. I'm going to go ahead and move this where I want it to be so that I have a nice isometric view. Is that the word I'm looking for? Symmetry is the word I'm looking for. Isometric is something else entirely. This is isometric. But, well, isometric will be set in 3. But anyways, don't you worry about that. What you need to worry about is this is the eventual boom, 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 boom. Oh, and these little guys were little dig-outs that I made down in the bottom so I could have an idea of where my redstone torch lines would have to come up, and I didn't like the amount of space or lack thereof that I had in those corners. That's another reason why I moved them back in. But this is where we're at right now, and the next thing you're going to see is probably me getting one of them prepped up. I'm going to go ahead and build it up and see where the redstone lines go to 1, probably this guy back here, since I've already kind of started thinking about where the water's going to be, and see how it works out. And hopefully I'll either make my redstone line go down a block or up a block in order to make it function so that back here in the corner it works right. That needs to be replaced because I need to move it over to... I think that's where it's going to be. Alright, but I'm going to go get to work on that, and once I get that done I'll come back and show you what I've got accomplished. Hiya guildies, and welcome back. I've already completed a little bit of this. It's about good to go. I think any second now it might fire off, so you might see what it looks like. So let me see here. Fire off! And there you go. So all I got to do now is go ahead and get this mechanism going all the way back up to the top here. I'm going to repeat this pattern as high as it can go. This is a pretty standard build that you might find anywhere else. I'll find an annotation for someone. I know I've seen Zoomavoid build this in the past. I don't know if it was his model or not, but it's pretty straightforward. What I will end up doing is putting a pumpkin there, or rather a stalk there, 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 and there in all 4 corners. And when they grow periodically, the pistons will push it off into this, which will be a water stream down from the top. It'll flow through here, out into these chests. I've already placed a couple. And I'll collect all the pumpkins. This will be the automated farm. I decided to go ahead and give it a little see-through down here, so you'll be able to see what it looks like when the water's flowing. And the way I got this working, as you can see, I have a little redstone torch ladder going up. Alright, and down here is the mechanisms for it. On this side, as you can see, it's the redstone clock that I've got going on. This comes out, monostable circuit. That pulse repeater / extender sends it out as a pulse, and it runs into this line and turns that torch off, turns that torch on, etc., all the way up. And as it's doing that, it will power the pistons for a bit. And this line comes over and takes care of this one. And that line I've got going there will repeat on and continue forward, and I'll split it up very much like this, and that one over there, that column over there that I'm going to build. And then I'll do the same thing over on this side. This was a temporary placeholder, but just to make sure I had the lines going properly, so I'll get those going as they need to. And this is where I was going to put my trapdoor. So I'll put a ladder here, and here? No, I think one should be enough. And I'll be able to just climb right up and get out of there. So that's that. The next step you're going to see, I think I don't need to show you all of that. It's just the repetition. I'll close this up too, by the way. And you don't need to see the repetition of me building, but I'm just going to continue building up. And the lights from these towers should be enough to illuminate a lot of the pumpkin, the interior of the pumpkin. Ender came back, took 2 of my pumpkins this time. Oh, Ender. So, or maybe it was just 1. I don't know. I'm going to replace that in a little bit. But the light from the towers themselves should illuminate this room. And once that's done, I'm going to take some of these torches out around the edge and straighten them up, clean them up a bit, and go from there, see how that looks. But I think this will look pretty nice. I think this will get the job done pretty well. But the next thing I'm going to do is a real fast time-lapse of me building the other 4 towers. Okay, so I'm going to get the redstone wiring done and then go do that. So I'll see you in just a moment. Hey gang, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse that I had going of this here pumpkin farm. I cut it off a little bit when this stack was only about 2 high, but I think you saw from the builds of these 3 how everything comes together and works. I also went ahead and got a couple more boxes and filled these guys in, so they're all good to go there. I'm thinking I'm going to put a box downstairs to house all the miscellaneous bits that make up the pumpkin farm here, and I'm also thinking that I'm going to go ahead and get another 4 hoppers and turn that block there where the water's passing over it into a hopper. Can I even reach it? If I can reach it from the outside, I'll probably do that. Yeah, so I'll turn that into a hopper that flows into a chest, and then have the chest down here also, because, hey, why not? Let's do it like that. Yeah, because that'll work. And then that way I'll have 1, 2, 3, 5 per stack. That should hold up a lot, and then the extras will drip down into here. And over time, 5 minutes or so, they'll fade away. If I ever get all the chests full. I'm also going to stick a chest downstairs. Oh, there it goes. It sounds like it's working just fine. So I'm going to do this, and put a chest here. And a chest here. Let me make sure I get the right one. Yep. And then, of course, downstairs, a chest for, go on, Paul, for maintenance and such. And let me just, that would be the best way to put it. So let me go ahead and get rid of that torch and put that there. Okay, so I'm just going to put all the bits and pieces that need to go here, in here. All right. So I'm also, let me go ahead and put some torches in there, why not? Thinking I might make this timer a little bit longer by putting some more sticks in. So there we go. It won't function quite as fast now. But we're all set. That's the automated pumpkin farm. Good to go. 4 stacks of 1, 2, 3, 4, 16, 32 layers of pumpkin growth. That's not so bad. Those will fill up pretty quickly, actually. Let me see. This was the first pumpkin farm tower that I put stuff in. So let's see if any pumpkins have happened. Not yet. But soon they will. Soon they will. Those vines are almost there. That guy is there, I think. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. The pumpkin farm in all of its glory. The next bit I'm going to do is some miscellaneous artistry around the camp itself. I'm going to make some more trees grow in to give it some more fullness, some more nature to it, because I stripped down a lot of trees to get some of this wood, obviously. And I'll add some carts around the place that are hauling pumpkins and haystacks, and make it a little themed area, and that will be the next episode. And while I'm doing that episode and making those things, I'll probably do a little bit of time-lapse and discuss the next project, because the next project going into November is probably going to be... Actually, we still have a couple weeks of October here, so last part of October, going into the bit of November, I'll work on a mob drop, because I need to start thinking about getting both skeleton bones, bone meal, so that I could have things growing rapidly if I need to, and for, more importantly, zombie flesh, so I can trade it with those clerics. There's so many clerics over in that village that was right over there. But there it is. There's the pumpkin, the giant pumpkin that is now housing a automated pumpkin farm. And, you know, oh, I've got this pumpkin here because I wanted to do this guy over here. So I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to stick around. There'll be more coming pretty soon. Oh, man, where was it? Oh, it's right here. This was the one. Okay, yeah. Boop. There we go. Ender keeps stealing my pumpkin heads. Man, drives me crazy. Anyways, if you liked it, I hope you did. Feel free to subscribe. There'll be more coming shortly. And if you want to see something in particular, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you have any questions about how this automated farm works, go ahead and let me know. This is not my design, I should say. I do believe I first saw Zoomovoid do something like this a few years ago. And you can find all types of automated pumpkin farm tutorials on YouTube if you want to see them. Or, if you, like I said, if you have any questions from me, go ahead and ask me, and I'll be more than happy to run you through how it works. However, until then, I'm going to go ahead and sign off so I can get about getting ready for the next episode, because these run 20 minutes, and I don't think anybody wants to hear me prattle on for that long. If you do, too bad, because this one's over. Thank you very much for watching. I sure do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.